Hi, I'm Kimberly Newton Nichols, and this is Something's Coming Up, where the purpose is to release, to purge, to reach one, teach one, help one, save one, to keep pushing through your pain until something comes up. I'm happy that you're following, sharing, liking, and subscribing on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. I appreciate the love. We're going to keep moving forward, keep bringing you new guests, new topics, and I thank you for the support. Today is a topic that touches close to me. I've shared with you before that I suffer with suicide ideation, with depression, and I've been in mental health institutions a few times. Depression is a hard thing to go through. It's been carried as a shameful thing to go through, and a lot of people don't make it to the other side. A lot of people don't have people to talk to. Today I have a guest with me, and this touches close to home. I'm going to let you introduce yourself.
How you doing? My name is Raquan. I'm here based on being a representative of the people that have to live after someone commits suicide or takes their life in whatever form, and also depression, because I have a few people in my family that suffer from depression, and I live by a certain code, so I'm not gonna say any names,
right?
Anything like that, and because I have a lot of family and friends that's been, talking to me and about suicide and depression ever since my brother passed. So,
and that's exactly what I want to talk about, because I know from the side I sit on as a person who suffers with it and goes through it, and whatever that battle is in our head that we go through, the pain and the roller coaster ride that we leave other people with when we're going through these emotions and these demons that we're fighting in our head and the struggles, we're never thinking, how does that affect the people on the other side? So today, for me, to actually sit here, because I remember when you said that your brother had committed suicide.
right.
And that's the reason I wanted to talk to you. Someone you love is gone
Right.
by self-inflicted pain. And how do you feel? How does that affect you, your family? When did you first know? Did your brother suffer with depression? Were you aware of it? Did your brother have a diagnosis?
Yes, my brother suffered from depression.
And before we go further, tell him, I don't want to just call him your brother. Tell him your brother's name.
My brother's name was Terrence Tompkins. So it was strange how I found out that he actually committed suicide, because I've talked to quite a few people, when after he passed, because I guess everybody feels like I'm a channel now. So they come to me, and I love it though. A lot of people may feel like, oh, I'm not going to talk to him because he's going through something, but I want to talk to him because it looks like he can relate. But I'm here, you know what I'm saying? I think I'm just like a vessel of God. Like, I talk to people, and it's real shit. It's real points. It's not anything that's, I'm just trying to make you feel better so we can stop the conversation. Like this is like when someone talks to me about that, I could be, about to go somewhere, and someone talks to me about that. It's like my life stops. And like, huh? What you said? And I'm much more open. I'm much, much, much more open to that, because that's where it left me after Terry passed.
When did Terry pass? How long has it been since?
Terry passed March 24th, 2017.
March of 2017.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it was a Thursday night when he passed. When he passed, it was strange because you have to be in tune. I don't want to, before we go any further in what we're talking about and stuff like that, I want you to understand that I deal with the universe. I deal with, God's mathematics and science that he gave us, and I pay attention to detail. Okay. I don't just overlook everything and think everything's a coincidence. Things happen for a reason. You just got to pay attention.
Yeah.
They got angel numbers. It's all type of information that people overlook. But he passed away on March 24th, 2017. I didn't know. No one knew
Okay.
that he passed. He did this probably around 1 a.m. Thursday night, Friday morning. What was strange to me is that I didn't know what was happening, but things started changing. And after he passed, when I look back at the night, I realized, because that same night, I remember like it was yesterday, that same night, I was in the living room and my son was asleep in the bedroom. All of a sudden, he just starts screaming at the top of his lungs. And, he had a hard time going to sleep that night. And it was different, but you're not paying attention at the time.
Right,
you're like,
it's just like he's crying. Like
yeah, but he's never did that type of wake up and cry before. So the next day, I woke up, which was Friday morning. No one knew anything. Okay. No one in the family knew anything. I just woke up, something felt different. The energy when I woke up, something just felt different. So the whole day, I'm arguing with everybody that I'm coming in tune with the whole day. And
at this point, you still don't know anything. Okay.
And I remember going to the towers. We have pictures of that night. And I was just looking at the pictures last night. And God bless the dead, one of my homies, Ray, passed away, but we took a picture that night. We go to the club. Normally I drink and having fun, cracking jokes, but I'm just straight faced all night. Nothing's fun to me. I'm drinking, but I don't know what it was.
Now, did you normally speak to him every day? Is it like uncommon that you were out and you didn't speak to him, or it's just something you felt inside was off?
It's something I felt inside was off because we didn't speak every day.
Okay. And you still felt that.
And what I take to the grave with me, and and a lot of people, this happened to a lot of people. That Thursday is when he did it. That Tuesday, he called my phone. Mind you, I'm about to cook, about to fry some chicken. I'm home by myself, I'm hungry. And I'm about to fry some food, but then I saw Terry come up on my phone. So I didn't answer it. So I just hit the text, yo, cooking, hit you back. Boom, send, go back to cooking.
Okay.
And he was like, copy. That was our last communication. I didn't even know, but that was our last communication. So when everything's said and done, I was so pissed at myself that I didn't answer that phone. But then I talked to so many people, and that happened to me too. I didn't pick up. I've noticed that's a trend. Like it happens, and what happens is you don't know that they're gonna pass. So you can't take that to the grave with you and constantly beat yourself up. Oh, I should have answered the phone. Maybe things would have been different. No, they wouldn't have. If someone's gonna take their life, they're only calling you for their own closure. They're not calling you for you to change their mind.
And I can tell you, they're not calling you to tell you, oh, this is what I'm about to do, so bye.
Right.
They're not calling you for that.
Right.
It's just a conversation, and they need to hear you one more time.
That's it. That's all they want to hear. So even if you knew, even if they called you and said, oh, I'm gonna do this, you're not gonna change their mind. And even if you do, it's just for that day. It's gonna happen again because they're there. They're at the brink.
They're on the
edge. But this is why I tell you I deal with the universe, and you have to listen, because let me tell you why. So that night, I'm just, before we even get into the club, where I'm riding with one of my friends, right? And I got my other friend in the back. All through this conversation we have, I'm not gonna reveal any names because a lot of things may come out where, I just don't want to label names. I live by the code. So anyway, I'm in the car, so we're going to Barcelona Bites. And then one of my friends that was driving, he said, yo, you ever see that Jay-Z film about the guy who was in jail and then he came home, committed suicide? I was like,
just out of the blue?
Just out the blue. I was like, I seen it, but I'm gonna watch it. I never heard about it and things of that nature. Then he was like, yo, something else pops up. He was like, yo, my cousin called me. And I remember he said, this is my friend telling me the story. He said, my cousin called me and he said that I can't take this life no more. And it's really hard. And, I'm gonna kill myself, but I'm calling you to let you know. And my boy was just trying to say everything he could to convince him not to go down that route. And he said, his cousin on the other line agreed. Yeah, I understand. He got off the phone and he still committed suicide. Mind you, this is in the air while we're going to Barcelona Bites. So we get to Barcelona Bites, and I'm just not having a good time.
Right, that sets your tone. That already sets, like, your headspace is like, yo, we're going to chill, and you're hitting me with all this, yo. I'm here, but I ain't here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And little did you know.
Little did I know, we get there, and I'm just not there. I'm there, but I'm not there. But I don't know why. I'm just drinking. I'm thinking something's just going on, but I don't know what it is. So I called my boy, and I was like, yo, I want to leave. I was there probably maybe an hour and a half. I said I want to leave. So I left and go home. I wake up in the morning, and I felt more weird than the day before. My mom also suffers from depression.
Okay.
Suicidal ideations. She's attempted suicide 4 times in my life. Luckily, none of them were successful. And at the time, there was another incident that happened with me and my mom, because they're hot and cold. There's no medium. They're either hot or cold. Either you can get along with them, they're the most beautiful people to be around, or they're the worst. There's no medium for people with bipolar, I've noticed. Unless they themselves have it under full control.
Right.
There's always a hot and cold. So it was a lot going on, and before that, so when I woke up, I'm just fiending for her attention, fiending for her presence, because I haven't talked to her in a couple weeks. I haven't seen her in a few months because I was very mad at her. Something she did to me, and she knows what she did. She did something really bad, and I just didn't want to talk to her, nothing. And it just started getting worse and worse. I just felt a pressure. Like, I couldn't explain it. That, call your mother. Meanwhile, we don't know about Terry.
Okay.
This is the Saturday.
But you have all these feelings are working on you from the night of the party. The next day you wake up, your system still ain't sitting right. Right. And now something is telling you, reach out to mom.
Something's telling me, reach out to mom. You haven't called her in a while. And, I'm from the streets, and we don't cry, but I felt like crying, but didn't know why I wanted to cry. So I called her, and I'm like, my mom's never been to my house. I was there probably for 6 months. She's never been there. So I'm calling my mom. I'm like, Mom, come over. I want to see you. I want to come over. She's surprised that I'm even telling her to come over because of what happened. And I'm like, Ma, then I started crying. Ma, just out the blue. I want to see you. I miss you. I want to see you. I just all of this excess emotion coming from I don't know where. Never done this in my life before. So she's like, okay, son, it takes me, like I put on my makeup.
Let me just say this to you. So when you first sat there and told me, I'm in tune with stuff. Yeah. I hear you and I believe you. Yeah. But I'm like, all right. That's crazy. Because it's like, you getting me there now. It's like, there are times, I think for everybody, and I've had those feelings where you're like, what is this? And you cannot explain it for your life. Like, it's not even just seasonal. Yeah, there's certain times, for females, I can say, we go through different cycles every month where our hormones are a little different. Yeah. So we're a little bit more emotional. Right. But then there's times where you're just like, what the hell is this? Yeah. And you just want to break down and cry. You're like, nothing happened. My life is good. What is this feeling? Right. So when you're telling me, this universe and you pay attention, I hear you. Right. I get it. Right. But now you're telling me, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, it's fine. So I tell her, I knew it was going to take her a while because my mom, she doesn't go out the house without makeup. She puts on her lipstick and her foundation, all kind of crap. So it takes her 3 hours just to leave the house. Okay. So I knew it was going to be a while when she got there. So we got off the phone, maybe like Saturday, 1:30 p.m. She called me 20 minutes later. Kim, the worst call I ever had in my life. I'm thinking she's gonna call me and tell me, oh, well, I'm gonna be delayed. She called me screaming on the phone. Oh my God, Terry's dead. I'm just like, what?